Hey traders, good morning. Edison here with the Edison Trading Collective. It is Friday, March 25th, 2022, in the books, day 2 of my trading wheels exercise. If you all hadn't caught it yet, I put myself on lockdown, so to speak, and withdrew the lion's share of my trade account and brought my balance, my buying power down to a little under 14,000 a couple days ago. Sits now at a little over 15,000 or something like that, I would guess by now, after a couple of green days. Today's the second green day in a row after a horrible Wednesday, as you might have seen already. And wanted to check in and talk about today's trade. I came into pre-market with a long bias and sort of flipped the script a little bit when Tesla sold off here in pre-market pretty significantly. You can see this big dip here, and I decided to sort of take a look at things from a short side perspective. I really had kind of all of my levels drawn out on the long side because the SPY was strong at the time, and Tesla was certainly holding over the cloud on the 1 minute and the 5 minute pre-market. So I was kind of looking long, I suppose. I was a little concerned about it, put it out on Twitter, that I just didn't like the fact that this is such an extended move to the upside here on the daily. If you see here, RSI is was approaching 70, and I think it's 8 or 9 green candles in a row or something to that end. And so I was kind of concerned that we were just getting a little extended. And so when it started to sell off in pre-market, I sort of flipped short. And let's talk about the trade. I traded the 1010 puts today, and it was a level I was looking at to get underneath 1010 or thereabouts, and hunt 1,000 and hopefully get through 1,000 and then hunt 988. Well, none of that happened, but I still had a green day, a decent green day, $610 net. You can see down here in the corner. On relatively small size, I did end up making one ad, and I'll kind of walk you through that. But okay, so out of the gates, Tesla sort of just bounces around horrible. I mean, it was just nasty action, and I wanted to get short here under the 833 level. It comes up to the cloud. It couldn't do that. Well, it threw up a wick and then sold off underneath it, and I tried to get short right here. On the 834 candle, as it sort of came underneath this consolidation point, and the 833 candle, and my trade desk froze. The order went in, and then everything stopped, and I couldn't manipulate the order. I couldn't cancel the order, so I was kind of freaking out a little bit because I had to shut my trade desk down. So I did that. Unfortunately, nothing executed in the interim, so that was good. I'm glad that didn't happen. Although it would have worked out. Maybe nicer than the trade I took. But anyway, so by the time I got loaded back up, I was looking at things. I see that it tries to go higher, it can't. It tries to go higher, it can't. So I get short right here on the 836 candle as it comes underneath the 835 candle, and then the thing rips against me. And I'm just kind of chuckling to myself because that's how 2022 has been for me. It is every single winning day for the most part has been an absolute knife fight. And today was no different. Well, as it's ripping against me, again, that I don't just panic sell out of something. I wanted to see how it acted around this cloud, and I wanted to see what the SPY was doing. SPY was starting to look weak. Certainly it can't move higher than the cloud. It can't move higher than the cloud. So I added right here a little piece, and then I ended up taking out through the 840 and 841 candle for $610 net, I think on 6 or 7 contracts or something like that. So not an awesome trade. I mean, insofar as like the efficiency of the trade wasn't great. The result was fine. I thought my trade idea was okay. This market is just flat garbage, and I know I sound like a broken record probably, but look at this junk. Look at the SPY. This is untradeable for the most part. And look at this. Look at the sell-off here that's happening right now as I film this. And Tesla's no different, and it's just all garbage. And so I put my trading wheels on, as I like to say. I took the vast majority of my buying power away from myself. It forces me to make, I think,
the best decisions because I'm handcuffed. I don't have more buying power available to me if I'm wrong. If the amount of buying power I have is probably 2 trades max in a given day. So the ones that I take, I want to be the best, highest possible, setups that I can. Very little wiggle room there. And sure, I think you should aim to trade that way every day. But the fact of the matter is, there's nothing wrong with taking a B setup if you got some nice cushion on the day or whatever, right? I mean, there's just not every setup's going to be A plus, and not every setup has to be A plus in order to make money. Certainly, the A plus setups are more probable to work out for you, but that doesn't mean that they won't, and it also doesn't mean that the A plus setup will work out for you. So this lack of buying power really forces me to go back to fundamentals, back to the basics, and get very granular at the decisions I make real time. And it's been nice. It's been good. This is my second day with the trading wheels on, 2 green days in a row. I can't say that I wouldn't have had 2 green days if I hadn't moved the money out of my account, but that's neither here nor there. The experiment was working. It's been a tough March. I'll probably end the month about even. I don't think I'll make a lot of money in March, and that's okay. I didn't make a lot of money in January. I didn't make a lot of money in February either. So it's really been a struggle for me, and trying to find our way into some cleaner setups and maybe forcing myself to make only the very best decisions that I can right now is what I need to sort of shake myself out of this funk. So we will leave it at that. Cannot believe this market. Just watching the SPY right now as I record this, and I just can't believe these moves. We had that move yesterday too. Just some crazy rips and some crazy fades. Just for no good reason apparently. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, I don't mean to ramble. Hope you all have a great weekend. I hope you all had a great open today. Hope you guys have had a great week. This is a tough environment, and those of you who are sticking through it, fighting through it with me, that's awesome, man. I hope people crush it every single day. This is not a profession where I think day traders as a community should celebrate people's losses. I think we need to lift people up. I think we need to show people the power of this as a career, as an opportunity to add more income to your life or to add more freedom to your life. I love it. I hope you guys do too. Hope you guys are liking the content. If you like it, let me know. It'd be really neat to see. I've been sort of grinding away at this, trying to learn editing and trying to find out the best way to communicate sort of my trading real time without recording it real time. I'd like to get to the point where I can record it real time. It's a lot for me to manage right now because I'm just not very good at it. And once I become more comfortable, I think I'll be able to add it to the repertoire, and it won't really impact my ability to trade well as well. So going to try to throw together a fancy intro for the videos as well. Maybe this weekend start working on that. And so if you like the content, let me know. If you hate the content, let me know. Totally cool with all of it. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Have some fun. Have a cocktail tonight. Go out for a fish fry if you're in the Midwest. That's a thing here. If you're not in the Midwest, look it up. It's pretty rad. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we'll catch you next week. Be well.